Alright, this is my first time recording one of these. I just want to get out my thoughts on certain things, and I think it's at a point where I have so many ideas on things that I can't share with just like anyone I meet, that it all just sits in my head. So why not like talk about it, right? If you're offended, whatever, right? But maybe you can get something out of this, or maybe you just like hearing what I have to say about certain things. Yeah, so today I was thinking about this. The idea of narcissism, right? Like, no, I know there's a difference between like diagnosed narcissism, right? But like, when you're just being confident about yourself and your abilities, I don't think that's narcissism. I think that's you're being confident, right? There's a fine line, I get that, but if I say something like, let's say I've never played a sport before. You think by going into that sport and saying, I don't know if I'll be good. I don't know, how my skills are, and trying to weigh out the possibilities how good I'm going to be. Instead, I say, you know what? I'm going to be great at this. You know what? I'm going to do my absolute best. But to some people, that's going to go, oh, you think you can already do it before you go there? That's narcissism. And I'm thinking, no. Because what's worse, going in there having doubts about yourself, or confidence, right? Confidence is going to take you a lot further than any doubt you're going to have about, or trying to act like you're humble about it, right? When you go into situations, you need to think of yourself. I get this from, I've heard this lots of times from someone I like to hear talks from. His name's Russ, you might know. He always talks about delusional self-belief, right? Now, that doesn't mean you're out here going, I think I can fly, right? But that just means when you're in a situation, you think of yourself the best as possible. You give yourself the best outcome. So if I go and I play a sport that I've never played before, I'm going to say, I'm going to do my best here. I'm going to try to beat all these other people. I'm going to be the best on this court right now. I don't go in going, well, I've never played, so I don't know how I'm going to do. That already gives you a disadvantage, right? Same with life, right? You go into situations thinking about all these other theoretical things, then chances are nothing's going to happen for you. Chances are you'll never be great. Chances are you'll never get the job. Chances are you'll never be a part of a team or win in any form, right? So having that positive outlook on yourself, I don't think that's narcissism, And you can say, oh, that's narcissism because you think you're so great. Yeah, well, confidence gets you a lot farther. I'm sorry. If that offends you, then go sit on one, right? Mind you, sorry, this is going to be kind of raw talk, so like, if I say things, it's more heated than I would probably talk to somebody. I'm just trying to get out my thoughts. If that offends, I am sorry, but this is what I'm talking about as I'm, going places or thinking about things that's on my mind. But yeah, I think having that delusional self-belief that I talk about, or that so many geniuses and people that have made it talk about, envisioning that, or being great at something before knowing about it, before knowing they're going to be great, they know they're going to be great, that gets you a lot farther. It's not narcissism. If I go in, let's say I'm interested in something, like let's say one of my interests is barbering, right? If I go in and I say, if I go in and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be good at cutting hair. I don't know, I might need a lot of work on this or that. Instead, I go in and, you know what? I'm going to be great at this. I've watched so many videos. I know what I'm seeing. I can see things that other people might not see even 10 years into barbering. You know, and someone might say, but you never cut hair, so that's narcissism to be confident about something you've never done. I'm like, well, not really, because the more chances you're confident about the thing, the better you're going to be at it, even if you've never done it. You know how many times people succeed on something they've never done before just because they're confident? They get you a lot farther, I'm telling you, right? We have enough pussies in this world, and to be someone, you need to stand out from that, right? To be anyone other than the normal, you need to stand out from the other pussies in the world, right? And I don't mean that to be a derogatory term or whatever. I just mean, like, to be someone of value, especially a man, you have to do things that other people aren't willing to do. You have to think a little bit outside the box. And you have to be correct about it, too. You can't just be like, well, you know, the sky is orange, and yeah, that's not right. But if you have a new idea about something, and you're pretty positive on it, you're going to get a lot farther on that than just being a normal person going with the flow, a 9-to-5 job, you know, not really thinking about anything. So I think this whole thing about, like, being humble, that's great. You can be, you know, I'm not saying go out there and brag about all your accomplishments, but I am saying you need to identify what is good about yourself, and be able to be, hey, you know what, I am good at these things, because that will give you the confidence. Being like, well, I don't want to say I'm good at something because, you know, that comes off as cocky or arrogant. That's not going to get you anywhere. You know, if I go into the gym and I'm like, well, I am, if I'm talking to other people and like, how much can you lift? I'm not going to be like, oh, I can't lift, I'm not that strong. I'll be like, no, dude, I am actually decently strong, but that's up to you to interpret, right? You're not going to downplay, right? Because you've worked for that. Why would you be, I understand being like not bragging about that, like don't go out and start telling people that, but be proud of that. Be proud of the work you put in to get somewhere. You know, it's not bragging, it's confidence about knowing who you are, what your strengths are, right? And I'm not telling you I have this all figured out. I definitely need to identify my strengths better and not just like be so humble about everything, because I'll get to places and I'll be like, well, I want to say I'm good at this, but I don't know how they're going to react when I tell them I'm good at this. No, when you say you're good at something, that gives you a level of confidence that you didn't have before. Like identifying things you're good at, and maybe telling other people, or keeping it to yourself, is not arrogance or narcissist behavior, right? So, I mean, I just kind of wanted to talk about this topic because I hear a lot of people being like, you should be humble, you shouldn't brag, which is true, but you should also be proud about what you do great. And just because you haven't done something doesn't mean you can't be great at it. If you envision yourself winning at something, don't let anybody take that away from you. If you envision yourself having a great physique, if you envision yourself winning at a sport, if you envision yourself making a lot of money, don't let other people come over and be like, well, oh, that's not possible, that's not realistic, because bro, you already know it's realistic in your brain. Don't let anybody take that away from you. It's the truth. Like, people that aren't on your level will never understand this shit. People that are so involved in the system that they can't see out of their 9-to-5 job and the everyday struggles will never understand the vision you have. And those are the people that will succeed, that have the vision and they go after it. Everybody else, if you want to be everybody else, that's cool. If you want to be something, you got to do something. You know? I'm tired of this, like, well, I can't act like I'm better than anybody else. Some people are just better than everybody else. I'm sorry. It's not narcissism. Some people are not in the way of like better than you as a human. I mean just better than you in like how they approach life, okay? I know that's a harsh take, right? No one wants to be told that. But there are people that are better than others. You can't be sitting here and telling me that a serial killer is the same worth as someone else. That isn't logical. You can think it and be all like PC about it and be like, well, they're both humans, whatever. No, motherfucker. One guy has killed 37 women and children, and one has not. Okay, that's morally wrong. Let's not sit here and pretend that both of them are the same. Right? There is, how you live your life is how you live your life. But I want to stop pretending like we can't judge others at some point. Like there comes a point where judgment is necessary to keep things in alignment. They say don't judge, right? Who are you to be better? Some people are just better. We can't like sit here and pretend that everyone's equal. And I'm not saying I'm better than anyone either. I'm just saying there are instances where it's okay to be a little bit judgmental of other people. Whenever we decided to be soft about things and be like, well, we shouldn't judge that person's life because they decided to kill other people. Like, no. It's time to judge other people sometimes, bro. We gotta fix the problem, not just let it keep happening. Right? Do you see what I'm talking about? Like, taking accountability for your actions, for your beliefs. What I say right now, if someone wants to come over and be like, and debate me on it, that's fine. Cool. We can have that discussion. But don't sit here and tell me that like everyone is equal and that we can't judge anybody else's lives. Right? And you're gonna say, who am I to judge? Well, motherfucker, I haven't killed 37 people in horrendous ways. So yeah, I can judge. This is not a time to be PC about acting like we're all humbly better than others, or not better than others. Some people just are. Some people are just not good humans. Whatever that stems from, childhood, whatever, it still doesn't excuse it. Mental trauma still doesn't excuse it. But, anyways, this is just my first episode. Whatever. I hope you enjoyed it, or maybe you didn't. I'm just putting it out there for just anyone to listen to. I feel like I have a lot of thoughts every day, and they're boiling up, they're piling up, and I have nowhere to put them. So I just thought maybe it's time to record them, and if people want to listen, that's great. If not, that's fine too. Yeah.